Hello, my name is Christian. This is going to be my first video. It's going to be about a BMW X5 45e. But let me first give you a little bit of a introduction about myself. I will make a different introduction video on its own, but I'll add this to my first video just to make it easier. So I'm still in high school, but I've always wanted to do reviews of different things for a really long time now, and not necessarily posted on YouTube, but I thought, yeah, that's a nice way to start. And I've been, like I said, I've been wanting to do it for quite a long time, and I've finally got myself to start. So now I've now reviewed my first car, and I'm hoping that it doesn't, anyway, it helps me a lot, just realizing what you're supposed to do, this is all really new for me, so I'm still learning how to do everything. So any critique or comments that you have about the way I do my videos, or things you would want to see or rather not see, or things that are too long, tell that to me, because I am learning, and I've obviously watched other YouTubers doing reviews, but yeah, I just wanted to do it my own way, and the way you guys want to see it. So and that's about the introduction about me. So let's start with the video. Okay, so we're going to start off with a sound review. I have 4 soundtracks that I've selected off of, from non-copyright music on YouTube. I'll tag them below. I'll maybe change them in later videos, but anyway, this is what I use right now. And while I'm doing the sound review, or playing the tracks, because I didn't take a video of that, it's just a sound recording, I'll show the outside of the car and the inside.
But if you wanna travel, then go alone. Yeah, what's the point in us if I never know? Yeah, if you're gonna leave, I'ma let you go. I'm tired of the pain. Go away. I'm tired of distance.
I do really like how easy to drive this car is. It's massive. It's an absolutely humongous car with what I'm used to. Yeah, I might in later stages drive bigger cars, but for now this is, to me, this is quite big. And it's very easy to drive car because it has all the assistance systems you need, safety systems, auto emergency braking, lane keeping assist, yeah, the adaptive cruise control. It combines those two as well to drive itself, it drives itself. You just have, as long as you can keep, you have to just keep one hand on the steering wheel, on the lower part of the steering wheel. It will sense that your hand is there, and it will keep on driving. But for a car with yeah, semi-full driving, it's not that bad. Speakers are also amazing. These aren't the top of the range speakers, these are the upgraded Harman Kardon speakers level. You feel you feel the beat, and but it's not, the highs aren't how can I say that, pitchy. They don't hurt your ears. It's well balanced, but also not, yeah, you hear everything. It's a really nice sound experience. Interior build quality is, it's a new BMW. It came out this year. It's definitely really good. No squeaky things. The steering wheel feels very nice. I'm very glad about this. It has a thicker feel. I'm used to Volkswagens, and they usually have a more sporty, thin, big steering wheel, but this one has a thicker one, and I actually like that. It's more grippy. There are actually buttons for the aircon system and everything. That's really easy. There are a lot of buttons. It is quite a lot of buttons for such a modern car. But it's also nice. It keeps the whole BMW feel. They have the swivel wheel with the gear selector and all the 6 main buttons they always have. If you've driven BMW before, you will be able to find every button you need very easily. Oh, another one. It is a very beautiful car. This one has the M package on it. It's not an M, it's the 45E hybrid. Yeah, 45E meaning hybrid, obviously. And I find it so weird that a big car like this can have no sound. Because usually these big cars have big engines and they make a lot of noise. But this one is just quiet, obviously, because it's yeah, it's electric. It makes quite a cool sound when driving low speeds. Not as nice of a sound as the Porsche makes, but that's also a different type of car. So this is just a safety feature. It's not a sound played through the speakers. It's just outside, and you hear it a bit. Sound insulation is also really good. Yeah, I can hear myself speaking very clearly. I don't hear the road as much. I don't know how much the GoPro is going to pick up. Let's actually talk about the sporty feel of it. Engine first has to, first has to switch a couple gears down. It does do that, but the initial kick you get is because of the electric motor. And you'll definitely not be disappointed with the amount of power that this has. It's not the X5M, the one with a V8, which obviously will have a better sound because this is a straight 6 engine, but you definitely get a lot of the power with a lot of the road tax benefits here in the Netherlands. Okay, so I'm just going to explain this a bit differently than I did in the video. So how it here works here in the Netherlands is we have a road tax system. So we pay monthly road taxes on our cars. And how it works is if you have a normal combustion engine, you pay the full tax. If you have the hybrid, it's the 2 engines, so it's a bit better for the environment, so you pay half through government subsidies. And if you have a full electric, you don't pay any road tax, which is nice. But in this case, you have the hybrid of the BMW, and that means you only pay half of the road tax. You can actually, that's quite nice with BMW, you can see from the factory what the fuel economy has been. And the fuel economy on this car has been 6 liters per 100 kilometers combined. So that's hybrid and the motor. Okay, so the 6 liters per 100 kilometers might sound like a lot, but the 6 liters per 100 kilometers is a combination of hybrid driving and fully electric driving. So what you would have had if you only had the combustion engine is a lot more fuel used. So yes, the usage is actually quite high, but half of this car's life, which has been around 20,000 kilometers, so 10,000 kilometers of that 20,000, it's been driving fully electric, which means no usage of the fuel. But those times when you do need the engine, it does use a lot. So yeah, hybrid cars definitely, in today's economy, a hybrid is definitely the best way to go if you want the range, but you don't want to pay that much tax. Oh yeah, now I can talk actually about the autonomous mode on this BMW X5. It's really good. It picks up on cars on your left side, so the car's passing if there's a second lane. It picks up on the car in front of you. It doesn't brake suddenly. It sees the car and starts braking beforehand. In a turn, it doesn't just jerk you to the one side because it's following the lanes a meter in front of the car. It sees how the road is going in front of you and actually leans into the turn like you normally would drive, which is very comfortable. It's a very easy car to drive as long as you have, like I said, your one hand on the steering wheel. It doesn't do anything, but if you take your hand off, now it's doing nothing. Now it's telling me to grab the steering wheel. Let's see what it does next. It's probably going to be audio. Yeah. Now it starts beeping, and then the next step I'm not going to try. But it kept me in my lane. It's not like it just suddenly shuts off. It gives you enough warnings. Lights on the steering wheel flashes, lights on the head-up display flashes, lights on the full screen also flashes. It definitely gives you warning enough. So yeah, buttons are easy. There are still the usual presets for your radio, like most new cars. It's all driver oriented, so everything is sort of, it's not bent, but the orientation is just so it's closer to the driver so that they have the most control. Very nice materials here, glass gear selector, which I really like, and the X in the middle lights up at night and in the day. In the day it's white, and at night it's yellow, which you might think, ooh, yellow, but it's actually it looks nice. And while it's charging, that X also stays lit up, which I think is just it's an unnecessary, but it's a cool feature. There's gonna be some sports driving. We will I want to show you how it looks when I accelerate, because it does look kind of funny. Because I do get pushed into my seat. Okay, here. So I'm driving around 50. Jeez. It is very reactive. Okay. Yep, very quick. And now I put it back into electric. The seat grabs me a bit less, and it's quiet again. In the infotainment screen, it has all the displays you might need for, yeah, not really need, but in a car like this, yeah, in a car like this you won't really need it because it is a family car. But you have it. You have your bars of pressure being built in the turbo. You have your oil temperature, your kilowatts you're creating, your newton meters you're using, and your G-force. Very necessary in a car like this. You are gonna need to know how many G's you pulled on that on the pull away from the football field. Yeah, I don't think it's exactly necessary, but it is an M car, so it has to have all these things. The air suspension, this car comes with air suspension, so it can go, if you want to go off-road, it can go higher. There's a setting you have where you can make it very low, which makes it really easy to step in and out of the car. When it's in its highest setting, it does make a big difference. I'll put 2 photos I took from the highest setting to the lowest setting in the video, so that you will probably see. So yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say. It's a very nice car to be in. It's quiet, it's comfortable. The seats are very, very nice, heated in the front and the back. Not the middle one, the 2 sides. So the 4 seats, the 4 outer seats are heated, which I think is a must when you have leather seats in a country where it can get quite cold. Okay, so what do I think of the car? I've sort of ended the previous video with that already, but I'll just give a short description. It's a really nice car to drive. It's really easy once you get used to it. It is a really big car, which, yeah, BMW makes them even bigger. The X5 is even bigger, but this is already quite a big and wide car, and especially for the Netherlands. But it's definitely a good family car. It is very spacious inside. It's BMW build quality, so very good. It's a brand new car, so it has all the modern technology you might need. And even though it's a hybrid, it still sounds nice in comparison to other hybrids, because it still has the inline 6-cylinder engine. It still produces quite a nice sound. And yeah, that will be the end of this video. And until the next time.